Hi guys, it's Shimi Maybe. I'm Vice Panel Sharjah Cricket Council and Emirates Cricket Board. Today I am here to interpret the law number 35, which is called head wicket, in accordance with ICC's International Playing Condition, incorporating the Code of MCC Laws of Cricket, which is effective since 1st August 2019. First of all, let me thank my mentor, Mr. Iftikhar Ali, who is also a member of ICC's International Panel, for his continuous support and encouragement. Let's begin. Let's see the conditions how a batsman can be out head wicket. The striker is out head wicket if after the bowler has entered the delivery stride and while the ball is in play, his wicket is put on by either the striker's bat or person or his equipments, anything of that sort which has been previously mentioned in the clauses 29.112 to 29.114, which is wicket put down in any of the circumstances which is being mentioned below, that is 35.111. So the delivery stride would mean normally when the back foot lands. So the striker can be out head wicket if after the bowler has entered the delivery stride and the while ball is in play, he has put his wicket down by any methods which has been mentioned in 29.112 to 29.114, which can be striker's person, bat, items, his clothing, anything, in the course of any action taken by him in preparing to receive or in receiving the delivery or in setting off for the first run immediately after playing the ball. If no attempt is made to play the ball in setting off for the first run, provided that in the opinion of the umpire it is immediately after the striker has had opportunity to playing the ball. In lawfully making a second attempt or further stroke for the purpose of guarding his wicket, which is also the clause 34.43, a ball lawfully struck once again, more than once. So what are the conditions for the batsman to be head wicket is that when the striker is preparing to receive a delivery, if he has put the wicket down by any means which is mentioned in 29.112 and 29.114, or in setting off the first run immediately after playing the ball, or if no attempt is made to play the ball in setting off the first run, provided that in the opinion of the umpire it's immediately after the striker has an opportunity to play the ball, or in lawfully making second or further stroke for the purpose of guarding his wicket. So if he happens to break the wicket in purpose of saving his wicket or lawfully striking it more than once, it will also entitle him to be out head wicket. Regarding ball lawfully struck more than once, we will go into another video for the explanation of law of 34. So let's see how all the batsmen can be out. Let's see an example here.
A batsman is out hit wicket even if it is their person or equipment rather than the bat itself that puts the wicket down. In this case, the wicket is put down by the batsman's body. It is after the ball has struck the batsman, but still while he is in the course of action he has taken in receiving the delivery. That means it's out.
So in this video, we have already seen how Inzamam has played the ball, but he was still in motion and he happened to put the wicket down by his body, which will be considered as head wicket. So let's move forward. If striker put his wicket down in any of the ways described in 29.112 to 29.114 before the bowler has entered the delivery stride, either batsman shall call and signal dead ball. So previously, the condition for head wicket to be active, the bowler has to enter the delivery stride, which is normally when the back foot lands. If a batsman has put his wicket down before the bowler has entered the delivery stride or entering the delivery stride, it won't be considered as out hit wicket. The umpire shall call and signal dead ball at that instant. So usually this decision is pretty simple, which is out hit wicket, but the line between loss of balance and completed action can be confusing. So it's very important to understand the second part of the law very closely, that is 35.2, not out hit wicket. So let's see the condition where the striker is not out under the conditions of hit wicket. The striker is not out under the clause should his wicket be put down in any of the ways which is referred in wicket put down, if it occurs after the striker has completed any action in receiving the delivery other than the previous conditions of batsman being out hit wicket. What are the conditions where the batsman can be out hit wicket? It's while preparing to receive or in receiving a delivery, after the bowler has come into the delivery stride, or in setting off the first run immediately after playing the ball. If no attempt is made to play the ball, in setting off the first run, in lawfully making the second or further stroke while guarding his wicket. These are the conditions where the batsman could be not out hit wicket. But to be batsman not out hit wicket, if it's the batsman is considered not out hit wicket if it occurs after striker has completed any action in receiving the delivery, or it occurs when the striker is in the act of running other than setting off immediately for the first run. So in setting off any run other than the first run, if the wicket is broken, he is not out. It occurs when the striker is trying to avoid being run out or stumped. So if a striker is trying to avoid run out or stumped and he happened to break his wicket, it can be not out. Or it occurs when the striker is trying to avoid a throw at any time, or it occurs if the bowler after entering the delivery stride does not deliver the ball. So previously we have already explained that in order for the batsman to be out, the bowler has to enter the delivery stride, and during the course of action, if he happen to break the stumps, he will be considered as hit wicket. However, if bowler has already entered the delivery strike but did not deliver the ball, and at the same time if the batsman happen to break his wicket, it cannot be out hit wicket and the ball shall be immediately called dead ball by the umpire. Or else, simply forward, if the ball is in no ball, he cannot be hit wicket. So this term will explain that if it's a no ball, it cannot be hit wicket. That means the hit wicket belongs to bowler. So if the batsman is out hit wicket, that wicket belongs to the bowler. Let's see some examples of questions here to make sure we have understood the law well. Now in this question, the striker plays back to a fast bowler, but at the last moment he decides not to play the ball and takes his bat away. In doing so, he dislodges a bail. On appeal, should the batsman be given out hit wicket? Yes. Why? Because he has done it on the course of receiving the ball. The other options here is which says that no, the ball is past him, doesn't have any influence or significance as per the law. No, you cannot cannot be out hit wicket if not playing a shot. No, not playing a shot, and while not playing the shot in the course of action in receiving the ball, if he dislodges his bail, definitely he will be given out. So that's it. This would explain the law 35, which is hit wicket. Hope everybody has enjoyed the video and understood the video well. Thank you for watching, and until I comes up with the next law, goodbye.